Hey, hi, this is Mohammad Rafi Sheikh. This is my first video on Azure DevOps. In this upcoming videos, we're going to talk about what is Azure DevOps, and we will find the easiest ways to do some practical examples and some technical hands-on. We'll make it very easy and understandable for any learners who are trying to know what is Azure DevOps and become knowledgeable on this. Here, we will try to add as many videos as possible and trying to make it very quick to adapt the knowledge required. In this video, I'm going to talk about the basic high-level features of portal of Azure and what it contains. As being a tester or automation developer or build engineer or any form of role that he's playing who is trying to learn Azure DevOps for cloud platforms, they can try to relate the knowledge in an easiest way. So let's see. This is the portal. I'm trying to log in. When you go and click portal.azure.com, for the first time who is trying to register, they have to give their basic details and they must use their credit card to register for this account. Don't worry, it will charge a lesser amount. It's just a matter of a basic fee to validate you're a valid user, and it will be free for 1 month. There is a free tier usage, after which, based on your usage, the billing would start. So for our learning and videos, we'll be using free tier license only. I will try to show you because I've already created my user and you see this home page that have landed. But if you're a new user, just go to portal.azure.com and you have to create your account. And do the necessary steps and get it registered. There are a lot of videos how to get yourself registered onto Azure platform, so you can just watch them. Let's go here. Now this is the home page. If you see the hamburger menu here, you see there are a lot of features and services available here, right? And now just click on home page, and here you are on the home page, and this is your email ID that you registered, and you're getting a notification, and this is my credit balance that is been available for the usage, and these are the main Azure services dashboard, and these are all my recent resources that I have created. Don't worry what are them, just forget, we can see how to create each of them. Now when you go here to home and you see there is a create a resource, just click on it. Now these are all called as resources, right? Be it a virtual machine, be it a Windows server or web app or any of them. In the application development lifecycle or the infrastructure, you would be using some of them based on your requirement. We will not talk about all of them. We will just take the basic necessity resources that would be using for CI/CD pipelines and basic app service deployments and some kind of integration stuff. Here, first thing is you can create your virtual machine and you can create a web app and you can also create a server like this, Ubuntu server or web app, a virtual machine. Let's see what is virtual machine. Once you create your account, you will be on your free tier usage account, right? That is this. For me, I have created my subscription as this. If you go to your settings and here directories and subscriptions, you will see all your directories and what you have, right? And nothing. Clear. This is my directories and subscriptions that I have. Now go to home page, create a resource, that is virtual machine. Click on create. You see here there are multiple types of categories that are available. You can create a plain virtual machine on Azure, or virtual machine with preset configuration, or virtual machine and VMware Solution virtual machine. Unfortunately, I can't create a virtual machine with my subscription right now, but I'm just trying to tell you how to create a simple virtual machine here. Just you have to create a new resource group, and this would be coming with your license subscription name. I have created a resource group that is called as webinar demo RG, but you can also create your new resource group. For example, Rafi Azure DevOps resource group RG. Okay, virtual machine name VM1 Rafi, and you don't have to worry on the region and availability zone. They'll come by default, or if you want to change, you can change it. And this is the image that we are trying to tag, that is Ubuntu server. Free services eligible. You can change as per your requirement. If you want Red Hat, if you want Linux, if you want Windows Server. You will see this message when you are in free trial period, right? And just go here. Nothing, no changes required. Just click on review and create. I'm sorry. This error messages has been shown up because my subscription do not match with the existing resources usage. So if you have enough credit and subscription, you can go and create one. So this is how you're going to create a virtual machine. Why do we create virtual machines? Let's say you want to have a virtual machine as a resource. I think you might be relating here something on AWS. In AWS, we call it as EC2. EC2 instance, that is one of the resource we're going to create for AWS platform. And similarly here, it's called as virtual machine on Azure. There in EC2, we create resources and we'll configure the rules, security groups, and the other factors. And similarly here, you're going to create virtual machine with all of the sections filled and your resources up and running. And you can do the same things here as well. So that's why you need a machine, and you can deploy it. You can do some activities there, and you can build the artifacts, you can publish the things, and you can do any of the things that you want to do. So this is how you're going to just create and fill the data here. But however, I can't create one. Now let's see. What else we have? We have app services, we have app DevOps organizations, we have Kubernetes services, container registries, and other things. And you can also go to more services. You'll see plenty of things, right? These are all services and features. We will just talk about app services, okay? App service is something, it's kind of an environment service where you want to deploy it. Okay, you have some code, be it ASP.NET Core or Java or JavaScript or anything. You have some code and you want to deploy it onto a service. So you can create some instance here, app service, and you can deploy it. For example, these are all my created services, app services, right? Let's take this, any of them, and click on that, right? If you go here, okay, let me click on here, and these are all its specifications and categories, and just simply click here. What do you see? You see some page. This is the data that have been published, and this is my environment URL. How did we do this? How to do this deployment, we will see in the next video. For now, try to understand what is this app service and what it can contain and how to access it. Once we create it, you will see all of the details like this here, and it's the default domain, and you will have all of these capabilities, logs, notifications, and all other stuff here. How to do it, we will see it in the next video. But however, simply once you click on create, you have web app, services, web app, static web app plus database, WordPress on app service. These are the four categories we have here. Simply you can create on web app, and you will see these details. Just click on resource group, app name, demo app, UAT is my app name, and what you want to publish. You want to publish the plain code, or you want to publish it as a Docker container or a static web app. So you can make it as code for now. We will also see Docker container in the upcoming videos. And what would be your runtime stack? Are you trying to have the code base on .NET or Java, Node, PHP, Python? We can take this as long-term support, that is .NET. And what would be your Linux or Windows operating system? What do you want to have here? So I want to have Linux, and the region is fine. Linux plan is coming from F1. Just click on next. This is not required, just simply ignore. Not required, go, 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 and simply click on create. It will initialize the deployment, and you see there is a message that's been shown up on the top right. And once it has been created, it will give you the details of the app service deployment. Here, simply what we're trying to achieve is we're trying to create an app service, and once it is made available, you can deploy your code. So we have talked about virtual machine, and now we are talking about app service. So virtual machine is a resource, and app service is some kind of an app service environment where you want to publish your code or Docker container or static web or anything. See, if you see this message, one second. If you see this message, It's saying your deployment is complete, and go to your resource, right? Just click on it, and this is my app service name that I've just provided while creating the app service resource. Here, this is my default domain. Just copy it or just click on it. Let it load, and these are all my details what I've supplied while creating the app service. If you remember, my name was, app service name was demo app UAT, publishing model was code, and runtime stack I have chosen as 6.0 .NET Core, default domain, and all the other specifications. This is monitoring, logs, capabilities, and it is clearly saying deployment center is not configured, deployment slots not configured, all of the other things, right? Notifications, recommendations, clear. Why is it not up and running? It takes first time. App delayed response. Meanwhile, let's see. Okay, let's talk about till the time the page gets loaded. Now you have seen we have created one app service, right? Let's go to app service. Sorry. And you see this is the demo app UAT that has been newly created and it's been available, and pricing tier is free. Similarly, I have created multiple app services for different practical scenarios. Okay, what else is there? Now, the main part is Azure DevOps Organizations. In this video, we will just talk about app services, virtual machines, Azure DevOps services, organizations, and container registries, Kubernetes services. We will cover in the next videos. Okay. Now click on Azure DevOps Organizations. Here, you need a portal.azure.com access, and you have to be here to administrate all of your resources, services, different kinds of features of it, right? But you need to have a DevOps organization portal, that is this one, to organize your projects like this. And you need to create your organization first and all of your projects inside it. You can simply click on create new organization. Here I have created one organization, which is this Rafi Test 444, which has my main parent URL is dev.azure.com. This is portal.azure.com, the main website, and the project base where you maintain is dev.azure.com, right? And this is my organization name. How did I create one? From here. And these are all my projects that I have right now on this organization. Just click on new organization, get started with Azure DevOps, continue. Now just let me give 445. Okay, United States DST X665. You are onto the home page now. You see this is my previous organization, Test 444, and this is the one I have created newly, which is Test 445. Here, just give a project name. Similar to here, these are all my projects, right? Previous projects from this organization. My work items, my pull requests, I have none displayed here. So just go to a new organization and create a project called Hello World App. I'm just trying to simulate the previous example here so that it will be easy for you to understand, right? And once you create this project, here you can have two types of projects. One is private, one is public. Okay, you have to go where organization settings. Do you see? Where is it? Permissions. Okay. Mm, let me take this aside. Okay, projects. Okay, simply what you can do, just go back, put Hello World app, and you see public projects are disabled for your organization. You can turn on public visibility with organization policies. Public project is something you want to share it with some users and it is publicly open to access. Private is kind of a shared project within your own community or with whom you want to contribute. So go to organization policies, allow public projects, save, go back. Here we can create private or public. Either of the things is fine. Just my first ASP.NET Core app create. Right now, what you see overview, boards, repos, pipelines, test plans, artifacts. These are the 5 main components of Azure DevOps portal. These 5, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And here, boards majorly will have the work items where the requirements or the change requests or any kind of a requirement that can be categorized into a work item will be displayed here. And there are different types of boards that you can create, be it Agile, Scrum, TMMI, or Basic. And we do not gonna talk about these things. This is just kind of a management of the work items. I think anyone who is senior more than 5 years can easily do this. This is pretty easy. However, we will see this in the upcoming videos. And next thing is repos. This project that you have created, now it's an empty. there is no code maintained, and it's giving you some options. Either you can clone to your computer or push an existing repository you have from command line or import the repository, right? We will also say this how to do in the next video. And this video will just talk about what is it and why. Next, there are some operations sorry, for repos, and there is pipelines. You can create pipeline which is build, releases, or any other. Just click on it and you will see all of this. And you can get your pipeline code either from Azure Repos, Bitbucket, GitHub, or Enterprise Server. And there should be some option here. You must be wondering why there is no classic editor. If you have watched some of the YouTube videos already, you have to go to your project settings, and then let's figure out where it is. Okay, let's see. Let's go to, this is not port. We are into pipelines right here, settings. Disable limit. Just type for classic. See, disable creation of classic build pipelines and release pipelines. Okay, you see this? It is enforced at the organization level. Now you have to go to the organization. Click here. Go to organization. Settings. Where are you? Settings. Here. Disable creation of, enable this, and just close that. Just go back. One more back. Now you see there is a classic editor. Now you have to understand two things. What is classic editor? What is AML? In detail subject we will discuss in the upcoming videos, but for now just try to understand classic editor is just an interfacing plugins where you can simply find your own plugin or the interfacing item, and you can play with your sequence of the build pipelines or release pipelines, right? You don't find anything because I didn't push anything here. I'm gonna show you in detail, but for now just think that in classic editor you can simply sequence your items and make an order, and you can find whatever you want from the existing marketplace items, that is Azure hosting already, and you can make use of it. In AML it is a kind of a standard now that market industry is following, and obviously sometime later you have to switch to AML, but however, to start as a beginner it is good to start with classic editor. So we will talk about these things. Now let's go to releases. Yes, leave, and you can also create a new release pipeline, environments, and test plans. I'm skipping some of the components here which are not really required for us at this phase of learning. So you can create your test plan here and reports and runs what to have. We will see this. This is artifacts. Whenever you have some artifacts that you have to maintain and archive, you can save them here and try to reuse them whenever you want. Clear? So what have we learned today in this video? Is, let me just capture it. We have seen virtual machine, what it is, and we have seen app service, and we have seen DevOps organizations, right? Now, I will give these links in the description, and you can put your comments if you have anything. Let's see in the upcoming video one practical scenario how to create a web app and trying to deploy it to one of the environment, and how a build pipelines will work and other things. All right, see you guys, take care.